Good early afternoon. We are live. I'm Andy Andrews. You've joined us on the Blue Plate Special, and it is Tuesday. It's election day, and so we should know who won by next month, I'm thinking. We're happy to be here. It's a pretty day here. Kind of windy, but otherwise pretty cool. Dana Kilpatrick, how you doing? You're headed to Texas tomorrow. Good for you. Nancy Bergen from Colorado. Good to see you guys. And thank you for sharing, Dina. I appreciate it. We got a good show for you today. Dave Larter, greetings from Phoenix. You enjoyed the Parenting Blueprint notice this morning? Well, you're just going to have to wait for the book a little longer, I guess. Working, though. Working. Where is my sister today? Is my sister? She brought us lunch yesterday for a pre-SB birthday. SB's birthday is today. That's why everything is purple. You should see it. It's just purple out here. That's SB's favorite flavor, favorite color. I mean, SB lives in a purple house. She has a purple car. So you'd think she was an LSU fan. Loves purple, just loves purple, don't you, SB? Well, Dave Huco, that snow in Minnesota trimmed your trees. Man, I talked to Dan, and I'm amazed that you guys have these Halloween blizzards. Dan has told me the story of the Halloween. You can look up Halloween blizzard in Duluth. When he was growing up, I was still on the internet. And then here you had another one this week. Billy's Bacon. We're glad you guys are here. I had something the other day of you guys. I ate at the waterfront. Polly and I and Kevin and Glenda ate at the waterfront, and I had a hamburger that had Billy's Bacon on it. So how about that? Good to see you guys. Glad y'all are with us. Nancy Bergen, happy birthday, SB. Happy birthday, SB. Everybody's all purple. Everybody's wearing purple for you today. Diana Weiss from Lafayette, Indiana. See you in February at Snowbirds. Good. Man, how does that feel in Indiana to have an undefeated team? That's just bizarre to me. I mean, you guys are great. I was so excited to see y'all beat. I can't say I was excited to see you beat Nebraska because I don't really care that much. But I start to get behind these teams like Indiana that have never been high on any list. And then now you're undefeated. You're in the top 10. I mean, that's higher than Alabama. But it is red. We got the right colors. So we got a great show for you today. We have another episode of Be True or BS. Kathleen Hooker, hello from Central Florida. Now the way we play this game, and you can play along at home, and the way we play this game is I explain a fact or give you a story. And at the end of that story, you have to decide if that be true or if it BS. So it's kind of a true or false. Say, Marcy Crosser Taylor, you have no way to comment today, but you're here. How did you say this comment? How did she do this comment?
That's what I was thinking.
I have no way to comment today, but I'm here. Well, we're glad you're here. And sorry you can't comment. But thank you for commenting that you cannot comment. Years ago when I did Storms of Perfection, and I'm sending these letters out to people asking for their rejections or greatest rejections or worst time they had before they became successful. And I got a 2.5-page letter from Mark Spitz telling me that he did not have time to write a letter. Okay. Thank you. So, anyway. All right, you ready? Be true or BS? We got 10 of them today. And you get to vote. All right, here we go with number 1. In 1859, a farmer shot a pig. It was not his own pig. His reason for shooting the pig was that the pig was eating his potatoes, and he was simply defending his own property in accordance with U.S. law. The owner of the pig claimed that the territory was actually Canadian territory and that British law applied rather than American. Now, after a significant escalation, a couple of months later, 461 Americans with 14 cannons were opposed by 5 British warships mounting 70 guns and carrying 2,140 men over a pig. Eventually, the British backed down. Be true or BS? That's a you're voting no. What do you vote? You're voting a yes. Sonia, what do you vote? Sorry, it's true. It's true. Yep. The pig war. The pig war. That's true. All right, here we go. This is number 2. The phrases, "there's not a shadow of a doubt," and "don't count your chickens before they hatch." Both those phrases not only originate from the same book in the Bible, but from the same chapter in the Bible. There's not a shadow of a doubt. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. What you got? You got a no on that? Got a no? Got a no? Sorry, it's true. Yep. 1 Kings 20. Yep. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, and there's not a shadow of a doubt. In the same chapter, in the same book. Man, this is going great today. I'm taking down everybody. What about you at home? How are you doing? Not so good, are you? Okay. All right, number 3. Dina Kilpatrick says, I can be so convincing. You know, I did this. I was pheasant hunting with Dave Ramsey and Willie Robertson and Henry Cloud and Doc Burton and Andy Marshall and a bunch of guys about a month ago. And I told them about this game that we're playing and gave them a couple of examples and just destroyed them. They all thought they knew, but I beat them. But then they got to saying, oh, we don't know if we're going to believe anything you ever say. So I guess, you know, I mean, I'm just, Edie Ward says I'm sitting in the doctor's office with the volume down. Well, how are you hearing this? Stress test on election day. Oh, great. All right, here we go. Number 3. On a winter night in 1833, a meteor shower fell over the southern United States, and it was so intense that people thought the world was ending. Slave owners repented at the feet of their slaves, begging forgiveness for enslaving them. And the next day, I suppose, they went right back to normal. But the event was so memorable that it was used as a touchstone moment that slaves could use the rest of their lives to estimate their age. I mean, for decades, this was used. Because up until about 1920, people could say, I must have been about 8 years old the night the stars fell. And historians could approximate their birth year from that. And so they call that the night the stars fell. Be true or BS? You saying BS, BS, BS? It's true. It's true. The night the stars fell. Yep, that's true. All right, here we go. Number 4. What this is going. What a game. Is this a great game? This is a great game. You guys are hating it, aren't you? Okay, good. Here we go. Number 4. Paul Simon was born in October of 1941. In 1949, at the age of 8, he contracted German measles. It's a well-known fact that the measles stunted his growth. Though his father was 6'2" and his mother 5'10", Paul never grew taller than 5'1". What is less well known is that for a period of almost 2 weeks, those same measles left 8-year-old Paul blind and deaf. Obviously, no one knew during the time that the blind and deaf thing would only last 2 weeks. And because he was deaf and blind, nobody could communicate with him. So in his biography, Simon tells of his mother constantly with him, holding his hand. And when he regained his sight and hearing, one of the first things he asked for was pencil and paper. And with it, he wrote down a poem that he had composed in his head while he could not see or hear. It was 17 more years before he put these words to music, but the first verse of the poem was this: "Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because the pictures softly creeping left their seeds while I was sleeping, and the visions already planted in my brain still remain within the sound of silence." Be true? BS? What do you think? You got to vote. BS, BS. True? It was BS. I wrote that this morning. Oh, no, wait, Deanna, you're just voting false because you figure it was time for one? I'll have to adjust this then. If we're voting because of time, you just figure it's time for one? Okay, all right, here we go. Number 5. Yeah, I wrote that Paul Simon thing this morning. Number 5. In 1982, an MIT student dressed in a black and white striped shirt went to the Harvard football stadium every day of one summer, blowing a whistle while scattering bird seed to get pigeons down onto the field. At Harvard's opening game of the season, when the referees ran out and blew the first whistle, hundreds of pigeons descended onto the field, causing a half-hour delay. You say BS? BS? It's true. It's true. It's true. Yep, it is true. All right, here we go. Number 6, we're halfway through. Number 6. Kublai Khan's Mongol clan valued physical ability above all things. They bet on wrestling matches constantly, and if you won, people said you were gifted by the gods. Now, these weren't your modern day matches, which are separated out by things like weight class and gender. Anybody could wrestle anybody, and they'd keep going until one of them hit the floor. So this was the environment in which a girl named Kutalun competed. Kutalun was Kublai Khan's niece, and she competed against men of all shapes and sizes. And according to Marco Polo in his diaries, Kublai Khan and his brother Kaidu, Kutalun's father, desperately wanted to see Kutalun married, but she refused to get married unless her potential suitor was able to beat her in wrestling. So she set up a standing offer available to all comers: beat her and she would marry you. Lose and you give her 100 horses. She died, an old lady, unmarried, with more than 10,000 horses. Be true? BS. That's BS, BS, BS. It's true. It's true. I am so proud of myself. I just am. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, ready for number 7? I mean, it don't matter if y'all get all these right. I already beat y'all today. All right, here we go. Number 7. At parties, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong would tell jokes with no point. They were jokes with no point, and the jokes were about being on the moon. The jokes were not funny, and when nobody would laugh, they would look at each other and say, I guess you had to be there. You got to be true. BS, BS. It's true. It's true. Oh, I'm loving my life right now. Okay, all right, you ready? Here we go. Number 8. Grooves have been found on the teeth of prehistoric human skeletons. For years, scientists assumed that those grooves were formed by their trying to dislodge food from their teeth with sticks. Until 2016, when a skeleton was found in the French Alps with what turned out to be a single horsehair stuck between 2 molars. And evidently it was used as a precursor to modern dental floss. So as it happens, man has been flossing for centuries before 1815, when the American dentist Dr. Levi Spear Parmley introduced the idea of waxing silk threads to be used as floss. BS, BS, BS. Yeah, that's BS. I know you're so proud of yourselves. I know you're just all so proud of yourselves. I thought that one was pretty good. Okay. Number 9. In 1972, every single one of the 159 counties in the state of Georgia, and this is the state with the second most number of counties in the U.S. In 1972, every county voted Republican. In 1976, 4 years later, every single county in Georgia voted Democrat. That's true? True? Huh? It's true. It's true. And I think it wasn't 76, wasn't that Jimmy Carter? From Georgia. So that explains why everybody voted Democrat, I suppose. Marcy Taylor, you're enjoying Andy's giggling. Well, you can't comment. You can't comment today, but I appreciate you commenting. All right, here we go. What is being delivered out there? Is it donuts? A pizza? No? Okay. Well. All right, this is the last one. Everybody ready? This is the last one for Election Day. Number 10. Caligula was known as a sadist. Obviously, he was but he was incredibly kind to animals. His pets included a turtle named Ruby, a baby elephant, 3 white rats, and an actual human dwarf that sat under the table when Caligula ate in order for the emperor to rest his feet on the dwarf's shoulders. True? BS. Be true? BS. You all say it's true. It's BS. I wrote it this morning. A pet dwarf under his table. And you guys all say it's true. Oh, this is one of my favorite blue plates of all time. I feel like we ought to just do it all over again, just so that y'all can miss with your votes and I can feel good again. No? Okay, well. They're walking out on me. Tom Henderson said, "We just proved that life can be stranger than fiction." Well, at least as strange as. So, you know, I always say that fiction has to make more sense than nonfiction. Because if it's nonfiction, you know, if you're reading a nonfiction book and it says that Caligula had a dwarf he'd put his feet on, you would go, oh, well, this is nonfiction. That's pretty weird, but okay. But if you're reading a fiction book and Caligula puts his feet on a dwarf, you're going, well, this is stupid. That would never happen. So fiction has to ring truer than nonfiction, which is why this game is good, I think. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Don't forget to vote. And I won't be here Thursday. So I will be with Baptist Hospital. Not at Baptist Hospital, I'll be with Baptist Hospital. Doing a thing with them. So anyway, all right, take care. Have a good day. Don't forget to vote. Bye-bye.